So how did that translate into building such a premier practice in such a short period of time? You've only had it for 10 years. It's really monumental what you've done. Could you talk about that?
Sure. So I spent the younger part of my legal career, I spent at very well-respected law firms, and they're great, you know. But I knew that I was more entrepreneurial than to be in sort of a big system. But what I did was, and this is something they teach you in the Marine Corps, always be observing. And you, as a former NYPD detective, you know, always be observing, always be trying to figure out how they're doing things, why they're doing things, what's good, what's bad. And so the early part of my career was really a mental checklist. I have notebooks full of details of what I thought was really good about the legal profession and what I thought could be improved upon. I left that setting and was lucky enough to go work for a technology company, late 90s, early 2000s, when technology was booming, and I got to see a whole different side. I got to see sales, I got to see promotion. We grew tremendously into an internationally based company, and that growth, you know, you think you're the king of the world when you're growing, but as soon as things start to slip, you realize how vulnerable you are in business. And so the technology changed and that company started to slip a bit, and that's like an avalanche. You feel like you're just free falling, right? But again, I took principles that I learned in the Marine Corps, okay? Hold the line, keep moving forward, don't stand still, you gotta keep moving. And I think that's really the most important lesson that I learned was, you know, if you're in a firefight, the worst thing you can do is stand still. You gotta keep moving. And so I really formulated all this and said, you know what? There has to be a better way to advise businesses from a legal perspective, taking that concept. You know, so many business owners will thump the table and want to win on a legal issue, when my job is to say, keep moving. You know, you're in a firefight and the best thing you can do right now is keep moving.